Hey guys, Matt Johnson here. Happy Wednesday and welcome to this episode of Beer and Watches. Hope you're all having a great week. If this is your first time here, please do subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you get my videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. If you love watches like watch news, watch reviews, then this is the channel for you. And in particular, I focus on micro-brand watches, affordable watches, and crazy videos like this one where I interview my subscribers and take a look at their watch collections. Now, this guy on today's episode is Shaun Green, and this is the second episode of his watch collection. If you missed the first episode, you can click on this link right here, or maybe it's on that side. I can never remember. You can click on that, go watch the first episode of Shaun's collection, and then come back and watch this one. It really is worth seeing both. Now, Shaun's a great guy. He agreed to show me his watch collection. It's 3 episodes, so I figured that we'd run the second one today, and then we'll run the third one on Friday. All right, guys. So enjoy, kick back, relax, grab a beer, a soda, a coffee, whatever you like, and enjoy the show. All right, let's get into it.
The next one is also close to one of my favourites.
By the way, anybody watching this, bear this in mind, that this collection you're looking at was amassed in a year. 1 year of, while most people were saving the money because they weren't working and all that. Yeah. Shaun on the other hand, was doubling up on producing Jags, and he was out there and spending every penny on watches. Yeah. I love it, man.
I mean, I had five and a half months off on furlough because the factory closed.
Yeah.
So I slowed down a little bit. So there's a little bit of story about the next one because my wife put me on a watch ban. She's like, right, you don't know if you've got a job. Stop buying watches. So I was like, okay, fair enough. I'll roll with that one. And then I got a phone call on the Monday afternoon saying, I understand you're still on furlough. I was like, yeah, that's right. Yeah. He said, I've got a return to work date for you. I was like, oh, brilliant. He said, tomorrow morning. I was like, Jesus, tomorrow morning? He's like, yeah, you're back in tomorrow morning. I was like, brilliant. So I was like, right, Dad, we're going to the watch shop. She can't tell me off anymore. I'm going to buy another one. So yeah, I'd have had my own.
That is an addiction. That is an addiction, man. It's like you get the corner. It's like, Dad, come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you and your dad go watch buying together. There's a local watch store you go to, or what?
We've got a few dotted all over the place, really. I mean, we'd been earlier that day to a different watch shop, and I'd seen this watch in person because I'd got my eye on this for a while. And while I was there, I was like, I can't buy it because I'm on a ban, And then I got the phone calls off, like, Dad, we're going back out. So we went over to a place called Stafford, and there's a few more watch shops there. So I bought the green Citizen Eco Drive.
Nice.
It is lovely.
Gorgeous
really,
colour.
really nice.
Gorgeous colour.
I've really struggled to get good pictures of this on Instagram because it just doesn't do it justice. But
and you said it's got the Eco Drive in it, right?
Yeah. Every now and then I'll put it in the sunshine to give it a good charge.
Yeah. For anybody that doesn't know, and I'm sure you do if you watch it, if you're watching a channel about watch reviews, then I'm sure you know. But Eco Drive is basically Citizen's version of a solar powered watch. It charges through the dial, which is amazing to me. And then it charges a rechargeable battery inside the watch. So you never have to replace the battery. It's always going. One charge will last for ever. I forget how long. It's like a month.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, what time? My phone says it's 20:44, and it's gone 1 minute since September.
Right.
So a minute ahead of itself in however months that is, 5-6 months.
Amazing.
So,
I don't actually own a Citizen. I've said this before many times. I don't own a Citizen, and I keep thinking I should own a Citizen Eco Drive. I should. I never really liked the look. I don't know what it's like there, but here, if you go to like a jewelry store, but I'm talking like the kind of place you go where there's like one on every high street corner, it's a chain, and you'll get like, engagement rings, wedding rings, gold chains, stuff like that. So if you go in those stores, the only watches you ever see are Citizen, Bolivar, maybe yeah, Seiko, maybe Casio G-Shocks, and I'm sure it's same in England. That's kind of the jewelry store watches, right? And
Absolutely,
yeah, and I never liked the look of them. But having said that, it's funny because since I started doing the watch channel, I've now seen a lot of citizens, including that one, that I just my mouth's open, like I'm like, wow, that's a nice watch.
They do a lot of watches that I don't particularly like. The really busy ones, they've got, you know, the numbers on the dial, then you'll have numbers inside and then inside again. And it's
kind of like Breitlings, right?
They're just too much for me. There's too much going on, but that's simple. It's got the numbers on the bezel.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the Rolex Hulk. That's one of the watches I really want to buy in my lifetime.
The Rolex
Hulk. For now, that's sort of scratching my itch, if you like.
Yeah.
In a good way. 'Cause it's a beautiful watch and does get a lot of wrist time.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very, very nice. I love the color. I love the color on that.
It's really nice. And my name being Shaun Green as well. I had to have a green watch, didn't I? You know. But
it's a good job your name's not Shaun Purple. They're a little harder to come by.
Yeah, one of my best friends out of work, he bought the purple Aragon, the same as us.
Yeah.
So my dad's got the orange one in the 45mm, and then he's got the purple in the 50mm. And he keeps blaming me for that as well, but I don't know why. But the next one is a brand that this is what has replaced them, I guess.
It's
Forge and Foster.
Oh, I've seen these. I've seen this advertising.
They are everywhere advertising at the minute.
Now,
absolutely everywhere.
And how are they? What movement is it inside that?
All it says is that there's an automatic movement, and you'll get the same answer on the website as well. I mean, I've tried to get up close and.
If you take is there no stamping on the movement at all?
No, I can't see anything at all. It doesn't tell you.
I wonder if it's hidden by the case. I wonder if you take
possibly,
it'll either be Japanese or it might be Miyota, it might be Chinese, but it's But you know,
It's beautiful watch.
I do like the look of that, and I've seen them. I've seen them advertising. I have a feeling that they're
skeleton.
Yeah.
See straight through. I don't know if you can there, but
yeah, I can see. Yeah, what's the back look like?
Lovely. Fair. It's got the blue.
Yeah, I always like seeing that. I'm a sucker for blue screws and pink.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
there's pink in there. There's blue in there. There's silver. To be fair, if you watch the advertising, you'll think you're buying a Rolex or a Hublot or something like that. You think you're buying the much nuts like, but it is a beautiful watch though, and it is really, really well built. It's comfortable.
Well, I mean, it's kind of, isn't it modelling itself after Hublot a little bit?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I mean, again, the only reason I bought one is because my dad's got 3 of them, I think.
Yeah.
This one's the Ghost model. This is a rose gold. What was the brand again? I forget. Forge and Foster.
Forge and Foster. Yeah, I'll tell you where I see them all the time. I see them on Instagram all the time.
Oh yeah, they're exactly the same. Yeah, exactly the same.
This is how I do my watch shopping. By the way, every time I do one of these, I'm always like, oh, I like that one. Except when I did it with Mark Spector, because I would say to him, oh, I really like the Christopher Ward, and he's like, oh, you mean this one? And it's like he had every watch that I'd ever heard of.
That bloke. I nearly didn't message you. I thought, I'm not going to live up to that, am I? You know,
are you kidding? Listen, man, this is an impressive collection, especially for a year. And I always say to people, come on my channel, because I don't care. And I say this, I don't care if you've got 3 watches or 30, if they're $300 or $300,000. I don't care, because there's every watch collection is important, and there's a reason people buy their watches. My watch collection is not expensive. I've got maybe 40, 50 watches, but they're not all Swiss or whatever. You know, there's AliExpress deals and, you know.
There's actually less snobbery in the watch collecting than I first thought. I thought if you hadn't got a Rolex or you don't own a Tourbillon, you know, no one's going to talk to you. No one's going to be interested. Yeah. I mean, I started my Instagram page expecting to get about 50 followers. And I think I've just got over 1,000 now, which is, you know, I didn't do it for followers at all. It wasn't the reason I did it. I literally did it just because I wanted to put my watches online and chat to people.
It's a community. It's a community, man, and it's so interesting. It really is, and it's like you say. I get the odd. I've had the odd things on my channel where somebody will, I put a state of the collection up that's mine, and some people will message and say stuff like, none of my subscribers, but something like, oh, do a state of the collection when you've got some good watches, and it's like, what? Why would you even? Yeah, and I bet they're sat at home with no expensive watches at all, or whatever. Not that makes a good watch. I mean, a good watch is
not at all. Not at all.
To me, it's not even about the build or anything. A good watch is if you love it and why you love it and why it's important to you, and that makes it a good watch to me.
Exactly. I agree. Completely agree.
Yeah.
Right,
well, that's a beauty. Yeah, keep going, my friend. Keep them coming.
The Forge and Foster it's a nice watch. I do really like that.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up. It looks nice.
It's the only reason I let that guest watch go is because they're similar design, but I just prefer the skeleton in that one. That's the only reason it gets more time. This is a Chester timepiece. Now, I know you'll have heard of Chester because you're from up north.
Right. Oh, it's in the place, Chester.
It's in the place, Chester, yeah.
Is that where the company's based?
It is indeed, yeah.
Okay.
They started off.
Back it up just a little bit. It's just blurring out a bit. It looks like it's got a moon phase at the top. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, it's got the moon phase at the top.
Chronograph dial.
Chronograph dial. Roman numerals. An open heart down the bottom.
Yeah, 6.
Silver and rose gold. Yeah. Now, this company got in touch with me. It's got a lovely open case back as well.
Yeah, just back it up just a little bit. It's got a bit of perlage on the rotor there by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Onion crown. I love those crowns, man. I don't own a watch with that kind of crown. I'm a sucker for those crowns.
One. But they got in touch with me and asked me if I wanted to be an ambassador for them.
Oh, wow.
They started selling their watches at sort of boutiques and local jewelers and things like that, and they wanted to branch out a little bit and see what they could get online, basically.
Yeah.
So I had a look at their watches, and I was like, I really like those. Actually, they've only got like 4 styles. It's the same watch in different colours. My dad's bought the white face one.
Yeah.
But they were saying, oh, we'll give you £20 for every watch you sell.
Yeah.
Using your code. And I said, yeah, that's fine. I said, but I don't want that money. What I want to do, I'll give whoever buys one of those watches, that £20 can go to a charity of their choice. Because it was coming up to Christmas. It'd been a horrible year for everyone. I thought, try and give back a little bit. So we did that. But I think they've struggled with the online market, really. And I think
how did they get a hold of you? Just through your Instagram account? Like that?
Yeah, they messaged me through Instagram. I mean, I bought one of their watches. A little bit of a discount, nothing, mate. It was about 5% or something daft. So yeah, I think they struggled. I think they spent quite a bit of money on advertising and stuff, and it just didn't really take off how they were hoping. So I think they're concentrating a little bit more on where they started, really.
Right.
They've got the model called the Racer, which is I guess you've heard of the Chester Races, the Chester Race Course.
Yep.
So I'm hoping when the world goes back to normal, they're going to get in contact with me, and I'm going to go and do the show with them there. So they're going to have a stall there selling their watches and stuff. So I said I'd go down with them and give them a chuck. It would be quite interesting.
Yeah, nice.
And the guy who I spoke to there, he was a really nice chap. He was honest, and I just liked his watches. They're really nice. So
what an amazing thing from starting to watch collecting a year ago and starting an Instagram channel. Yeah. Who would have thought it?
Yeah. No, I know. I've been contacted quite a lot, the different little companies here and there, but they're the one who sort of took my eye, really. I mean, I started getting discount codes quite early on, and I think I tried to run before I could walk, to be honest, because I didn't have many followers. No one's going to use my code, are they? I mean, nobody sort of followed me, so I kind of put that aside and just concentrate on the watches, really.
Right.
So... yeah, the next one along.
That's the thing of having you don't even have to have a YouTube account, an Instagram account. I get messaged all the time on Instagram, people wanting to send me a watch. So, good for you, man. That's great.
Yeah.
What's next?
I've got the red Aragon there. You've seen that one, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right now, this is a Ford watch. Now, I don't know if I pronounced that correct or not. Fjord. Fjord. I think it might be Fjord.
Fjord. Yeah.
I'd not heard of these before. It was when I was considering getting rid of my smartwatch, my Samsung Gear.
Right.
And I put on Instagram that I was considering selling it. Is anybody interested before I put it on like eBay or something? And then my dad messaged me saying, I'm after a smartwatch. I've got a watch I'm getting rid of. So we ended up doing a straight swap.
I think that's so funny that you and your dad, you don't even know what you've got.
No. That's it. Yeah. I mean, he was after a smartwatch and I was thinking of getting rid of it. And he found out off my Instagram that's what he's doing. It's a really nice watch.
It's nice. Yeah, it's chronograph. Quartz watch.
I like the orange hands. They're really nice.
Nice, clean, grey rubber strap. I like it. Yeah.
I mean, that's a custom strap I put on myself. It came with a metal strap, but I thought, well, I've got several watches in metal strap.
Does your parents, your dad, whatever, do they live close to you?
Yeah. I could walk there in 5 minutes if that.
Right.
Yeah, they're right around the corner. Yeah. I mean, all of our family, my wife's family, my family, we're all locals.
Oh, great! And so when you get together, then you and your dad, are you and your dad like are your wife and that in one corner, and you and your dad are sat in another talking watches, basically?
Oh, we're just in my dad's man cave, looking at his huge collection, and he's telling me about all these weird and wonderful watches. But he'll tell me the same story over and over again. But it's like, yeah, I know, Dad. Yeah, you know,
it's going to happen to you. It's starting to happen to me, man. It's starting to happen to me. It's going to happen.
Yeah, he's told me a million times how he bought his Swiss watch when he was in Vegas, and oh, God's sake, I know, Dad. It's you should, to be fair, you should get in contact with my dad. It'd be a good collection for you to have a look at. To be
absolutely, fair. Is he following the channel?
Yes, I believe he is. Yeah, I've told him a few times. Yeah. Tell him to send me a message. I'd love to look at his collection. I would love that. I mean, it doesn't fit in one box like mine does. I'm not going to lie. Right. He's got the big jewelry cabinets in the shop, the glass fronted ones. He's got one of those, and he's got another cabinet next to it. Be like, that's what I've got downstairs. I've got a big, it's probably about 5 foot high. It's got glass shelves in it. And then watch winders and I mean, it's great, man. I'd love to take a look. Yeah, I'll give him a shout and I'll get him to send you a message.
Yeah, do. Well, we'll make sure as well when we get this episode up, your dad can take a gander and see what he thinks.
Oh, he will do, yeah. He will do, yeah, definitely.
So keep on trucking, my friend.
Right. Now I've got a Richard Mille here. This one cost me about £1 million.
Now, does it actually say Richard Mille on it?
No, because it wouldn't be in this box if it did.
Right.
I've got no problem with homage watches, but I do not like fakes.
Right. Okay. So, now this is a really good point. Now let's just stop on that for a minute. So to everybody out there, and again, this is a watch channel, so I have to presume that 99.999% of people watching this will get what's going on, and also the fact that if they've sat this long, they're pretty serious about watches. But so what Shaun said, so an homage and a fake, the difference is that an homage, for example, like I've got a Pagani Yachtmaster homage, right? It's an homage to a Rolex Yachtmaster. Pretty much, I mean, the build quality is nowhere near as good, obviously, but pretty much for looking at it and everything, it looks identical or pretty much the same. But the difference is that they're not trying to sell it as a Rolex or by putting a fake Rolex symbol on or whatever. They're saying it's Pagani, that's an homage, which it's that fine line where basically the company basically copies the watch, and then instead of stamping it with Rolex, they stamp it with Pagani. But at least they're selling it as a Pagani, whereas a fake, and that was really interesting what you just said. It wouldn't be in this case if it did say Richard Mille. A fake is an out and out. This is I don't think they're trying to. The people selling it aren't trying to prove to the buyers that it's real, or they shouldn't be. But the people wearing them are often trying to prove to everybody else that it's real, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That was a long.
I don't see the point. I don't see the point in that.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I agree. I agree.
Just trying to say that you've got money when you actually haven't.
Well, the interesting thing, Shaun, is the only people that you're saying that to are the wrong people, because they're the people that will probably know what that watch is, and you know. So if you're wearing a Panerai, unless you are a watch collector, you're not going to know what that watch is, right? And it's the same with the Richard Mille.
I mean, the Panzera, it's got a very Panerai look about it.
Similar. Yeah,
but it doesn't claim to be a Panerai.
No, and it is quite a bit different.
Watch in its own right, you know.
Yeah. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that Richard Mille homage again. So, what is the brand name on there?
Oh, crikey. Yes. Bagalera or something like that. Bagalera.
It sounds like somebody from London saying bugger, doesn't it? It's like Bagalera. So let's have it. I mean, so take it off the cushion. Let's have a look around it and at the back. I mean, the case looks like a Richard Mille.
Yes, it does, and it's a full skeleton.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this was a present off my dad. To be fair, look here.
Well, you like your skulls, right?
Exactly. That's exactly why you bought it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, I do wear this quite a lot. And once we're allowed to go back to live music, when I get to my gigs again, this will probably be the watch that I wear there.
Sorry, you're a performer, right? You do music?
No, when I go and watch music, sorry.
Oh, okay, concerts and
live
stuff.
Music, yeah. I'm a big rock and roll fan, so when I can get back to watching the live gigs, I'll probably be wearing that one. So don't mind if I get bashed about in a mosh pit in that one.
Do you ever get up to Sheffield for any live gigs?
I have done. I've been to a couple.
That's where I'm from, Sheffield.
Oh, you're from Sheffield, yeah.
Well, I'm actually from a little town called Rotherham near Sheffield. But
I know Rotherham. Yeah.
But I always say Sheffield to anybody out here because they've never heard of Rotherham.
That's like me saying I'm from Birmingham.
Yeah, exactly. I used to spend a lot of time in Sheffield. I saw a whole bunch of. I saw Alice Cooper there, Iron Maiden there, Jesus Jones there back in the day. I actually saw Meatloaf at the Sheffield Arena. Had a pretty eclectic Hall's Planet Suite performed by the London Philharmonic Orchestra. I had a pretty eclectic taste.
Yeah, I think you're showing your age a little bit there. That one's lost on me.
Meatloaf, isn't that something you eat for dinner? What is that?
Get that in the can, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. No, Sheffield's got a great live scene.
Is it the O2 Academy? We've got a little O2 Academy in Sheffield.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times. I went to see a band called Hailstorm, Papa Roach.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard of Hailstorm.
Yeah, Lizzie Hale, fantastic.
Yeah.
Who else have I seen? Yeah, I went to see Blink-182 at the big arena in Sheffield. Went to see them there as well.
Right, so, Sheffield Arena, yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, it's. I miss it, man. It's spent many of my days. I didn't leave England till I was 21 years old, and then I went to Japan for a couple of years, and then I met a Canadian and moved here, and that was 23 years ago. I've been here 1998. Crazy.
No regrets.
No regrets. No, I love it here. Yeah. I do miss my family. I do miss. I mean, I get there every year. To be honest, I get there. Yeah. I mean, apart from COVID, I've been there every year. But I miss my family. I miss English pubs, and I don't mean in the middle of town. I mean like a country pub.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, I miss that. I miss being able to drive out your door on a Sunday and go to a different location or village or seaside every weekend without visiting them all. You can't do that here. It's so big here that you can't. Yeah. We don't have little seaside towns. Seaside doesn't compute, right? So
yeah.
So I miss that. Like you can go to the Lake District, or you can go to Derbyshire, or you can go to Bridlington or Scarborough or Skegness, and you can do all that. or go to a little village every single weekend and have a day out.
You can go to 2 different countries if you wanted to. You can go up to Scotland or you can go to Wales.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know.
So we really don't have. It's not quite the same here because it's just a massive like for us. You know, my daughters who are grown up now, they live an hour and a half drive from me, but I will drive an hour and a half, see them for half an hour, and then drive an hour and a half back, and I don't even think about it. It's not even because that kind of distance is not even a thing, you know.
Yeah.
But
anyways,
different strokes for different folks, different world. Yeah,
absolutely.
Anyway, I digress. Keep going, my friend. Yeah. Keep on going.
This one is the first eBay purchase that I made. I've been dubious of buying eBay watches because you never know what you're going to get to, you really.
Listen, before you show us this, I'm going to tell you a very quick story. I purchased on eBay, and I think I put a video of it on my channel. I purchased a Seiko SKX 007 in red. It was a modded red. And I think I mentioned this with...
I've heard you talk about it before.
Yeah. It came... I spent about $300 or $400 on it. It came and it didn't work. And I took it to a jeweler and he had to replace the entire workings in the watch, the entire movement. Now, I could have contacted the people and I should have done really, but I didn't because I loved the watch and I thought, well, whatever.
Yeah.
But I bought a couple of things off eBay. Some have been good, but that was not good. So you have to be careful. You have to be really careful.
Yeah. I'm pleased to say I was happy with this one. So this is a company called Swan and Edgar,
okay,
London-based company.
Yeah,
and another green.
Green. Has it got a green bezel as well? It does, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. And then it's what is it? It's not open heart. It's got like 3 chronographs.
It's got the chronographs, but they've got like orange tinges to them, which might be deceiving the open heart. Yeah, but. No, it's a really nice watch, automatic.
Turn it sideways. Let's have a look at that. The case and the profile.
Okay.
Like, there you go. Yeah, I like that's quite a tall bezel on that.
Yeah, it's probably the only thing that lets it down. Because if you notice, I don't know if I can show it there. It moves really easy.
Yeah,
I mean.
Okay.
Really easy. I don't know if that's a design fault or if it's used. Do you know what I mean?
By the sounds of it, I wouldn't say that that's happened over use. It seems like that's probably a design.
To be fair, it's spotless. There's not a scratch on it, so I would probably lean towards a design fault as well myself.
Yeah, I would say it's probably a cheaper build. Although it looks like it's not a jingly jangly watch. It looks like it's
it feels quite solid. It's got a nice
butterfly clasp on there.
Butterfly clasp on the back.
One of my favorite types of clasps, Shaun. Nice. I absolutely love butterfly clasps.
They're really nice. It fits nice as well. It's the strap feels a little bit tinny, but once it's on the wrist, it feels just as solid as
might look nice on a green rubber strap or something. That
you might be on something there, mate. Definitely. So that was that one. To be honest, I was pleased with that one because I was really worried that it was going to be horrific, not work. And
where do you buy your straps from in England? Where do you buy your straps from?
Normally Amazon or eBay. To be fair, there's a few sellers that I've got to know, and I know that their straps are good. Like the Aragon ones, they're really thick, and they needed to be because the watch is a big watch, so I needed them to have some beef to them. So, yeah, I mean, I've had a look at Strapsco. I know you deal with them a lot.
And I didn't bring it up for that reason. I know they ship worldwide, but I didn't bring it up for that reason. I was just curious because being in England, you know, when I lived in England, you don't necessarily have the same connection with a lot of these American companies, North American companies, right? Over here, we just presume, it's from LA or it's from New York for us, it's like no big deal. But it's a huge big deal to get stuff over to England and imported and all that.
It is because, like you say, import tax boils my blood. I hate import tax.
Tell me about it.
I mean, the amount of money we pay in tax is criminal anyway. To tax us again on something that we've purchased. Like I've seen watches where I thought, oh, that's an amazing deal. That is, I've got to buy that, and then I work it out with shipping and import tax. You think actually this doesn't work out.
So there you have it, guys. That's the second episode of Shaun Green's watch collection. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you enjoyed most, which watch you enjoyed most, and also let me know if you're enjoying these episodes. Would you like to see episode 3 on Friday? Because I think I'm going to post it then. All that cool stuff. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. It means the world to me and helps me rank on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification if you don't want to miss my new watch videos 3 times a week. All right, guys, that's it for today. Enjoy your Wednesday. We'll see you all again on Friday. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't seen it yet, click on this video right here. That's a good one. And click on the Beer and Watches logo right there to subscribe. Take care. See you again Friday, and bye for now.